Hey everybody, it's Jay, and I wanted to talk about an aspect of carnivore diet that I don't hear many people talk about, and that is how well it dovetails with a minimalist lifestyle. Over the last 30 or 40 years, I've bought so many kitchen implements, appliances, utensils, pots and pans, just unimaginable amounts of crap that I never use. I've been donating just mountains of stuff to Salvation Army from the basement. It's hard for me to believe that I've had so many things all this time. A pasta machine, a bread machine, all kinds of special utensils, Parmesan cheese graters, pasta stuff. The amount of things I've had in my refrigerator. I could fill a full-size refrigerator just for myself. Now I use 1/10 of that amount, and the refrigerator is mostly empty. I have a grand total of 1 frying pan that I cook everything that I eat in. I have a lifter, I have some ghee, which I use for my oil, and really, I don't have anything else that I use for cooking. Let me actually do a little tour of my kitchen here in Toronto, my temporary kitchen. I'm subletting here for a couple of months from a friend, and I'll be leaving in a week, but it's still set up for my cooking for now. And that is several days worth of food right there. I have some ground meat. That's probably for breakfast, some ground meat and some salmon. This is my dinner tonight, and this will have maybe tomorrow night with some egg, and there's some bacon on the bottom shelf. I've got 2 dozen eggs left and some cheese in the sliding drawer. I have some grass-fed butter. I have some cat food for my cat. Hot sauce that my friend left that I don't use, and some sparkling water on the bottom shelf there. And I have some ground beef and some steak in the freezer. It's enough for 5 meals there. So basically I've got about a week worth of food left in this refrigerator. I like to go to Costco every 2 weeks, and I will buy my meat and eggs for that 2-week period. My butter, my sparkling water, whatever else I need. I will usually get ground beef, maybe 10 pounds of it, and I'll divide it up into these Ziploc bags. I'll get 2 packages of ribeye steaks. They usually come 4 to a package. Each steak is over a pound, just over a pound, maybe a pound and a quarter, which is a perfect size for me. And I will divide the package up and throw those steaks into Ziploc bags and freeze them too. That way I can thaw, eat, and that night I'll take something out of the fridge and the freezer and put it into the fridge. It'll be thawed for the next day. But when I think about how much stuff I used to have in the refrigerator, this is it. It takes me 45 minutes to do 2 weeks worth of shopping, and maybe half an hour to divide all the meat up and separate things and put it all away. I'm probably spending half or even less than what I used to spend on groceries per month. I'm spending almost nothing eating out, so that's a huge savings right there. Okay, now the rest of the kitchen. This is my frying pan. This is what I cook everything in. My ground beef, my salmon, my liver. I try to eat liver a couple times a week. My steaks, everything. This is the one pot that I need. It cost me 30 bucks on Amazon. It's not quite non-stick, but the surface really doesn't hold on to stuff. If I soak it for a minute, everything comes right off. I use ghee as my main cooking oil. If I'm cooking salmon or liver, I'll just put a spoon of that into the frying pan. See, it's clarified butter. And I use pink Himalayan salt. I'm not a big salt eater. I don't have a taste for it, which is a problem. I don't get enough salt, and I'm trying to eat more. This is an old Trader Joe's garlic salt shaker. They don't use these shakers anymore. I don't like the new shakers that Trader Joe uses, so I just saved an old one and I keep recycling it with new salt. I have my lifter, coffee cup, my French press, my thermos. I like to make 3 cups of coffee in this thing. I'll have 2 in the morning and then put 1 in the thermos for the afternoon. I'm actually trying to cut way back on caffeine. maybe even quit. I'm starting to use a mix of half regular and half decaf beans. I'll grind those together, so I'm getting half the caffeine that I used to. I'll probably go to 2/3 decaf next week, and then by the end of November, try to quit caffeine entirely. It's my one addiction. I don't drink or smoke or anything like that, and it would just be nice to be free of it. Although I do love my coffee, I have to admit. I have my coffee grinder. I have my one-a-day vitamin. I don't know that I need it, but just in case. And I also have some magnesium, which I take. I get cramps every once in a while in my legs, in my arms, and I find that the magnesium helps. I'm also using these LMNT electrolyte drink mixes. Each one is one serving, contains potassium and other nutrients, has some magnesium too, and some sodium. As I said, I don't eat enough salt. All I have to do is pour one of these in a glass of water, stir it around, and drink it. It tastes salty. I use the unflavored one. Only flavor that I taste is salt, because I don't like the artificial sweeteners or the stevia. I've lost that taste for sweet things. This works better for me. I just wanted to share that idea about the carnivore diet and how simple it has made eating for me. I don't have to think about it anymore. Not only that, I really enjoy the food that I'm eating. I love having a good steak. I love ground beef. I love salmon. I love liver, pork, chicken, all of it. And I love just cooking it in a frying pan without any seasonings other than salt, and enjoying it that way. Consider this when you're thinking about doing the carnivore diet for yourself. It's not difficult. You don't have to think about it like you're thinking about keto, where you're counting carbohydrates all day. You don't have to think about it like paleo, where you're wondering if what you're eating really fits into the diet. You don't have to count calories. You don't have to look at nutrition. As long as you're getting a variety of meat and some liver, eggs, you're doing okay. A lot of carnivores actually do what we call the lion diet, and the only thing they eat is beef. That seems to work pretty well too. I haven't gone that far yet, but one of these days, if I ever run into an issue with anything, I may try it. This diet is as simple as can be. You'll really simplify your life if you decide to do this. Start losing weight and feel a whole lot better. Take care. See you in the next video.